You have the time of your life every single night. The confetti's raining down. You put your hands.
Hello there, it's Sanu, your IKEA enthusiast back again. Nice to see you all. Today's room tour features 35 more IKEA items I actually use, and I'll also share my top 5 favorites. Let's dive right in. Welcome to my home. This is the entrance area. I removed 2 doors from the shoe cabinet and added a curtain called SCHOTTIS from IKEA. It's easy to cut with scissors or a box cutter, which makes it super handy. Here I placed an IKEA bench. Unfortunately, this model has been discontinued, but you can still find similar ones if you search. The cushion here is made for outdoor furniture. It's very durable, and since there's space here, my child can put on shoes while still wearing her school backpack. There's a mirror hanging on the wall. This is a LINDBYN mirror from IKEA. It has a simple design and can also be mounted horizontally. I go over how to install this mirror in more detail in another video, so feel free to check that out. Inside this cabinet, I store umbrellas and such. The hook here is from IKEA's PÅLYCKE series. It clips onto shelves, which makes it a great way to use space efficiently. It's affordable and quite sturdy, so I highly recommend it. It's in the kitchen storage section, so watch for it, it's easy to miss. I really like how hanging umbrellas here makes them easy to grab individually, and it also makes cleaning easier. Another one of my favorite IKEA items is this freezer bag called BEKOSTA. I mainly use it to store folding umbrellas. It has a long, narrow shape and comes with a handle. It's super handy for situations like when you want to quickly put away a wet umbrella, for example, before getting on a train. Just slide it in and you are good to go. It's durable enough to dry and reuse over and over again. Because I removed the cabinet doors earlier, I lost a lot of space for shoe storage. So the shoes that no longer fit are now stored in IKEA's PÄRKLA storage bag, which I keep in the top shelf of the closet. The doorless area is hidden behind the SCHOTTIS curtain, which is much easier to install than roller blind. I recommend it for areas that don't get opened frequently. Here I've created a kinda mini display shelf base. You'll see a room fragrance from Muji placed on a tray that happens to be my number 4 favorite IKEA item. This tray has a wonderful texture. Simply placing it down makes any space look more stylish. It comes in a set of 2, large and small, and this one is the smaller size. This is a wall organizer. I attached it to the entrance wall using a magnetic sheet from a dollar store. The tray and hook set is very practical. I use it to hold things like letters I need to drop off at the post tomorrow. The soft gray-beige color adds a lovely touch to the entrance. Alright, come on in. Now let's move on to the living room. It's about 24 square meters, or roughly 260 square feet. I did a DIY job on the flooring. The tiles have a nice texture. I've listed the specific floor tiles and the double-sided tape we used in the video description. When I look at my room through the camera lens, I start to notice areas that look messy. Does that happen to you too? It took me a while to finally get around to film this. This dining table is from Carl Hansen. I'm trying to look fancy right now by only placing 2 dining chairs. But normally, there's also a step stool for my child here. It's not exactly a chair. It's more of a footstool we use because her feet don't reach the floor. This dining chair is also from IKEA, and I love this design, so stylish and modern. The available colors vary depending on the country, so just be aware of that when shopping.
This vase is also an IKEA product. I've been growing hydroponic basil in it, and it's getting pretty tall. I often get asked about these roller blinds.
It's from Nitori. This table lamp is from the Stockholm collection, and I bought it recently. The design is absolutely stunning.
The base is made from travertine stone, so it feels very high-end, yet it's still priced reasonably, very IKEA, and I love that. This cabinet is part of the BEKOSTA storage series from IKEA. We store all sorts of things in here. Nail clippers, batteries, random little items, and even documents we use in the living room. Next to the desk is this shelving unit. The spotlight mounted on the shelf is also from IKEA. It's the same kind you'll often see used in their stores. You just push the light directly to turn it on or off. I use a smart plug to set it on a timer, so it turns on and off automatically. On the wall beside the desk, I've installed the SCHOTTIS pegboard from IKEA.
This is actually my number 2 favorite IKEA item. It comes with a wide variety of attachments, so you can fully customize your storage to fit your needs.
Here, I've placed a laptop, but it's actually sitting on a tablet stand.
This stand is my number 1 favorite IKEA item.
It has a great design, and you can adjust both the height and the angle. It's really sturdy, with a weighted base that gives it great stability. The fact that you can tilt it upright makes it so much easier to use. Honestly, I'm amazed IKEA can make something this solid at such a low price.
I even bought another one to keep my parents' house recently.
It's perfect for watching videos or attending Zoom meetings. It's technically meant for tablets, but I often use it for my laptop too. That's how strong and stable it is.
I also love the clean white design. It doesn't scream tech gadget, so it blends in nicely with the room.
Above the desk, I installed a shelf using an IKEA board and IKEA shelf brackets. Over here is my external monitor. It's a pretty big one. The bigger the monitor, the easier it is to work efficiently, right? This monitor light is from BenQ. It lets you adjust the brightness, and what's really cool is that it has a backlight that shines on the wall behind it. That glow creates a nice ambiance, so I really enjoy using it. This little device over here is a left-hand keypad that lets me set up shortcuts. It's super useful. For cable management, I attached magnets to the cables and stuck them to the underside of the white shelf board using adhesive steel plates. The mirror over here is the same LINDBYN series as the one at the entrance. I love how its narrow frame gives it a modern look. The height of the besto unit and the Mickey desk are aligned, so they sit flush next to each other.
Now let's look at the main area of the living room. Please excuse the tripod. I left it out in the middle of the room.
This sofa is from a brand called NOYES. Our space is pretty compact, so unfortunately, we couldn't fit an IKEA sofa. IKEA sofas tend to be quite large, right? I know that's a bit random, but I just wanted to mention it. This is the GLADOM side table. I paired it with a tray called SKALA, which is also from IKEA. I personally think it looks cuter with the SKALA tray on top. But when we're doing paper crafts like origami, it gets a bit wobbly with the tray on top. So we switch it up depending on the situation. It's fun to mix and match.
The cushion covers I'm using right now, all 3 of them are from IKEA.
The poof in front is also IKEA. Even the rug is from IKEA. Basically, everything here is IKEA. This large white sofa in the back is a recent purchase from the Stockholm collection. I absolutely love the fabric. And the legs are made of birch wood, which gives it a really premium feel. The seat is wide and super comfortable, making it hard to resist sitting down. Although it looks simple to assemble, it's actually a little tricky. So make sure you set aside enough time when putting it together. Against the wall, you'll see this wooden-looking board. It's actually sold as an acoustic panel, but I'm using it as a decorative piece. The floor lamp is from LINDBYN, and the model is called Snowdrop. You can adjust the angle from the base, so even though it looks minimal, it's actually quite functional. This bench is from IKEA's SKOTTIS series. Sadly, it has been discontinued, but the Stockholm collection has a lot of great alternatives these days. This art-like piece on the wall is something I bought from H&M Home. It might be sold out by now, but you can probably find similar styles. They offer various options.
My TV might look pretty old-fashioned, right? But it just won't break. It still works perfectly.
I've been thinking about switching the positions of the sofa and TV. I ended up filming before I could make that change, but one day I'd like to flip the layout. The shelf behind the sofa is also from IKEA. Having a shelf there is super convenient. You can use it to display decorations and store things like stationery for the family. These candle holders, both the silver and the white ones, are also from IKEA, although they're not available at IKEA Japan. They're pretty deep and stable, so I sometimes use them like mini side tables. So yes, as you can see, this entire living space is pretty much filled with IKEA items.
Now let's head into the next room, which we use as a daughter's room.
Right near the entrance, there's an electric piano, and my daughter has a favorite item here that she'd like to introduce. Believe it or not, it's a clothespin. She uses it as a clip, and since it's made entirely of plastic, there's no metal, so it doesn't rust. That's what makes it special. In front of her study desk, we've also installed another SCHOTTIS pegboard from IKEA. Inside the Billy bookcase, she keeps things like school textbooks, supplies, notebooks, and so on. This tissue box is from IKEA, but I decorated it myself to look like a building block. People around the world have made their own custom versions like this. I just followed their example and made one too. This cap here is from a drinkable yogurt bottle.
On the window, we've installed a what we call again? Is it Roman shade? Anyway,
IKEA Japan only sells this in beige. They don't carry it in white. So I went with the beige, but it actually gives off a soft and cozy vibe that I like. Still, if white were available, I probably would have chosen that. This Roman shade uses magnets so you can adjust the length easily. We also applied this window film from IKEA. It completely blocks the view from outside while still letting in plenty of light. I'm really glad we put it on. This footrest under the desk is another item we really love. We've been using it for a long time. I think the color currently sold is more of a greenish tone, but the one we have is this older blue version. And this coat stand, or maybe you'd call it a pole hanger, is also super handy. We use it to hang jackets, bags, hats, and so on. It's cute too, so I definitely recommend it. For kids, ease of use is really important, right? This one lets them just hang things up quickly and take them down just as easily.
it's super convenient.
After my last room tour video, some of you asked to see how it looks at night, so I tried filming it this time. I used my iPhone to shoot, but the brightness gets auto-adjusted a lot. Honestly, capturing that cozy evening vibe is harder than I expected. I don't use ceiling lights at all. Instead, I rely on floor lamps, table lamps, and other sources. If you only use overhead lighting, everything ends up looking really flat and lifeless. That's why I prefer to add just the right amount of light exactly where it's needed.
It's 7 a.m. and I'd like to show you the kitchen now.
This Wi-Fi speaker from IKEA is one of my recent favorites.
I think it might even be my number 5 top IKEA item.
It delivers surprisingly deep bass, and for a collab with Sonos, the price is just incredible. IKEA really nailed it with this one. This shelf here is actually the Moslanda picture ledge, but I installed it upside down. I explain exactly how to do that in another video,
So check it out if you are interested.
This basket from IKEA is a recent purchase. Right now, I'm keeping kiwis in it. Some viewers asked to see inside my cabinet, so here's a quick look. I'm using Variera shelf inserts from IKEA to organize it. By combining two types, you can span the full width of the cabinet. Here are some Stockholm plates that I introduced in a previous video. This large plate is especially oversized, but I love it. Just placing it under something instantly elevates the look. This area holds our food containers and such. Recently, I've been really loving these glasses. You'll recognize them from IKEA restaurants,
And they are my number 3 favorite item.
You can see I have another one of those baskets here too. I use this one for snacks. Since you can see just enough of what's inside, it helps me avoid forgetting what we have.
Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you enjoyed this video,
Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you again in the next one very soon.